Brightmove Media has launched a product called Taxicast, and Taxicast is an intelligent digital broadcast advertising service on the rooftops of London black taxis. We use a dual-sided screen that has intelligent activation triggers where the advertising is displayed according to relevancy, using time, location and temperature. One of the problems a lot of startup companies have is trying to engage with a major corporate. And whilst we were making some inroads into Unilever, which was one of our chosen brands to talk to, the help with Orange to actually facilitate that brought a lot of credibility to us and actually helped open those doors, which otherwise we wouldn't have been able to open.
The challenge for a large company like Orange is how do you understand the new emerging opportunities? And one way that we're trying to do that is by working with young startups and working alongside them, supporting them to get into the market, because the bit that we're particularly interested in is what happens when a technology hits the marketplace and what are the factors that make that a success. So what we're trying to do with this project is fast track that process. So by introducing startups to brands who can make use of those technologies.
For me, Orange was really the propulsion behind our whole collaboration with Brightmove. What was great about Orange is that they brought this can-do attitude to the whole process, if you like, and they made it easy for us to engage with Brightmove, and they also took a lot of the risk out of engaging with Brightmove. And those two things were quite important for us as we were in this very early stage of engaging with startups at the time.
Innovation, someone has to pick it up. We saw the potential and that's why we helped them, which is a good thing. It's like we can pick diamonds in the rough. We know a good idea when we see it, even if anyone doesn't, but because it does, it just takes that person to make it go.
Taxicast is a unique product. It sits between a number of different types of media. So it's out of home, it's digital, it's mobile, and that convergence area, we sit on a sweet spot that's creating its own new market, which is intelligent broadcast advertising in an out of home environment. So the uniqueness of this is the ability to sell the whole concept of what we're offering based around relevancy. So you're only paying for the advertising that you want, when you want it and where you want it. And that's really what advertisers are looking for, is that accountability, that relevancy, which is what we can deliver using our whole product and a whole sort of platform to deliver and manage it.
I think the great thing about Brightmove is that it's very innovative technology, which allows us to engage in a much different way with the people that we're trying to reach, in terms of giving us great cut-through, giving us much more relevance. The other thing with Brightmove is that it was something that was ready to go, so it was reasonably easy for us to start to work with Brightmove.
I think what Brightmove have done is come up with something that can actually, get the message to where it needs to be, whether that's time of day, location. It's about cutting through the clutter. We're in a realm of technological advances, from phones to television to media. It's everywhere, but how much of that is actually focused and gets to where it needs to get to? I think they've come up with something that's pure gold.
What we've learnt over the years is you can stand back and you can look at the market, but that you never understand the opportunity in the same way as you do when you participate. And so we're always keen to engage with startups so that we can play some kind of role very actively or just as a partner that helps build us our understanding of the market, and at the same time obviously aids those startups get that kind of vital first step into the market.
The big difference between corporates and startups is that corporates traditionally have planned and perfected, whereas startups have launched and have learned. So the more that we can embrace this startup mentality, this entrepreneurialism, that is infectious, the more that we can bring that back into the company, the faster we will become in our decision making, the faster we will become in our time to market, the more entrepreneurial and risk-taking and experimental we will become in the way we do marketing. And so the closer we can get our marketeers to startups, such as the people at Brightmove, and also through working with the team at Orange, the more that culture will be able to come back into Unilever.